I really do feel like a resident musician here at Mosaic. It's nice. It's nice to be. It feels like a big family, and it's, we get together once a year. But when we get together, it feels like no time has passed. That's the thing with musicians. You meet after years, and somehow you just connect, and then it's like magic happens. Which every year that happens and it's so beautiful. And so here we're making a bit of magic outdoors, so it's nice.
First off, when you said it's been 16 years, it just made me think how quickly time goes by sometimes. And it kind of took a breath back to say, wow, so first of all, congratulations on 16 years. That in of itself is remarkable. I'm wondering, I think this is my first time at Mosaic. In all honesty, I don't think I've played before, but you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is the first time. So because that's how I felt when Hasheel reached out and was like, we're doing an outdoor on-location festival for Mosaic this year. I was excited to finally be a part of it and to be. I've been as an audience member, but to now be on the stage, and what a beautiful stage here out in nature as well. And particularly this year, as there's been so much flux for everyone with respect to the pandemic and looking back at life, and in particular live performances. it was further a blessing to get a call, to be performing live again, and particularly with Hasheel. This last year, just being able to be in conversation with Hasheel has been a blessing in of itself, and to celebrate our first live performance at Mosaic just feels fitting, and like Hasheel said, it feels like we're part of family.
बगिया बगिया बाल के भागे तितली फिर भी हाथ न लागे इसी पगल को कौन बताए ढूंढ रहा है जो तू जग में कोई जो पाए तो मन में ही पाए सपनों से भरने आए तू देना चला सपनों से भरने आए तुम देना चला ऐसे अगर कोई अगर जो अपनाए हर राह पे वो अंत पे रास्ता ही पाए धूप करसता जो पहले जलाए मोदा सपनों से भरने आए तो नींद है डांचे सपनों से भरने नो तो नींद है डांचे
Honestly, like this past year has been really difficult for all musicians. You know, I remember there was like a span of 1 week where we had so many gigs booked, and you spend so much time. You spend a whole year prior, you know, working on your next year's shows,
Yeah.
and then in 1 week to get call after call after call saying we're canceling, we're postponing, we're canceling. It's tough, and because you it almost just cripples you.
Mhm.
You know, when you realize that, you know, your job is as a performing artist and you don't get to perform anymore. It was definitely really challenging, but Gurpreet, I will say that you saved my life because when we continued with
Likewise,
when
man,
we
it was
continued
a-
with our riyaz, it really was life-saving. You know, to at least have our practice like our once a week, and then we made it twice a week.
Yeah.
As we just like made sure that we were constantly keeping up with our practice, and you know, we were just playing for ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, and similar to what we're doing, we're playing for nature right now, and I think, you know, I think this past year has prepared us just for this concert alone because we're out here in the beautiful nature, and we're going to be facing each other and playing as if there's no
I'm
one in the
excited
room.
about that. No, I think you're absolutely right, and that feeling is mutual. Like that time that we got to spend together, and in particular, to be in conversation through music in context of Riyaz was special, because this year in of itself, you know, stripped away so much, and to be able to spend time with the tabla, and particularly with yourself in exploring the rags, many of which are tied to nature, the time of day, the seasons, you know, and just focus on that. And like you said, I think not play for a performance, not play for a live stream, but just play for the sake of playing, because that's what we do, you know, and I think that's who we are. And to be, again, the celebration outdoors, to do that in nature just invokes that feeling of being at the right place and being supported by all the elements in the music that's created as well.
I like what you said about the rags and their connection. Already there's a connection to nature.
And our instruments.
And our instruments, of course, our instruments are just made out of the earth. You know, it's just interesting because when you're on stage, it's very hard to connect with the natural elements, the things that it's very hard to even connect with your own emotions, because you're, you know, there's bright lights, there's audience, you're dealing with tech, you can't see, you can't hear sometimes, you know, so we've almost stripped all of that away from this performance, and everything is just so simple that really we now can look within and we can hear our surroundings. And that's where the music is going to come from. That's going to be what's inspiring the music. So I think it's music, for me, it's music in its truest form.
Yeah. And like you said, the element of listening. If being in nature, I feel, at least for me, naturally brings me to that place of listening. And listening is
90%
of music.
playing.
Yeah, absolutely.